Once upon a time, the jungle thrived in harmony. Every animal traded freely, bananas for berries, nuts for honey, and fruits for shelter. There was no ruler, no taxes, no debts. The riverbanks echoed with laughter, and even the weakest creature could bargain proudly. But peace rarely lasts where power smells opportunity. Deep within his rocky cave, the lion, mighty and calculating, watched this freedom unfold. To him, the economy was chaos, a river with no dam. He began to wonder, if he ruled the trades, could he rule the jungle itself? One morning, the lion summoned the elders and announced, "The jungle needs order. I will open a bank, the Lion's Bank." He claimed it would protect everyone's treasures, guard their savings, and make trading easier. The animals cheered, not understanding the silent trap behind his golden roar. Each was asked to deposit their fruits and nuts, and in return they received shiny leaf tokens. What they didn't know was that the lion now owned what they once freely traded. The economy had a new heartbeat, and it beat under his paw. The jungle changed overnight. Leaf tokens became the new money. The monkeys juggled them in joy. Parrots sang jingles about smart saving. But behind the humor, the system grew tighter. Every trade now passed through the Lion's Bank. He taxed exchanges, controlled loans, and decided who could trade and who could not. Power disguised itself as progress. Slowly, the freedom that once fed the jungle's laughter began to shrink, replaced by whispers of debt and obedience. Those with the biggest fruit bags were no longer the strongest. They were the most indebted. When the elephant came to withdraw his stored peanuts, he was shocked. The lion said, "A small withdrawal fee applies." Next, the antelope was fined for trading without permission. The rules kept changing, and no one dared to question them. The lion smiled from his throne. His paw prints were on every transaction. The jungle now danced to his tune, and those who refused were labeled rebels. The free market had become a kingdom, and wealth now meant loyalty. What began as security had turned into submission. One clever monkey, once rich in bananas, began to notice something strange. Though he traded more, he owned less. His banana farms were now under Lion's protection, and his profits vanished into endless fees. He gathered a few friends and whispered, "The lion doesn't trade, he controls." The truth stung. They realized that every coin of leaf was a leash around their necks. The jungle's economy was no longer about exchange. It was about obedience to the roar. The lion introduced loans to help struggling animals. "Borrow now, pay later," he said with a grin. The hyenas borrowed for luxury, the birds borrowed for nests, and even the tortoise took credit for time. But debt became a cage. When they couldn't repay, the lion seized their fruits, homes, and lands. Soon the jungle was divided, a few rich under the lion's paw and many poor, paying endlessly for borrowed hope. The Lion's Bank was no longer a service, it was the law. Tired of endless rules, the monkey formed a secret group called the Free Traders. They met at night away from the lion's guards, trading quietly without leaf tokens. They returned to old ways, fruit for grain, honey for water. Slowly, whispers of rebellion spread. Trade without permission, they said. The lion grew furious. He sent hyenas to crush the movement, but every crackdown only grew the resistance stronger. The jungle had tasted freedom once, and it remembered its flavor. The lion roared, "No trade outside the bank. All violators will lose their rights." Fear gripped the jungle. The parrot news spread propaganda. The lion protects our wealth, but the truth could no longer be hidden. The Free Traders network grew too wide, too brave. Markets went silent under daylight, but thrived under darkness. The lion tried everything, new taxes, guards, even threats, but power can't forever silence need. The economy, like nature, always finds another path. One dawn, the jungle awoke not to a roar, but to silence. The animals refused to work, trade, or bank. No one paid taxes, no one used leaf tokens. The lion's throne stood tall but useless. Without the people's participation, his power collapsed like dry leaves in the sun. Wealth, it turned out, was never in his paws. It was in their cooperation. The animals reclaimed the marketplace, declaring, "Trade is freedom." The lion watched, powerless, as the economy returned to its natural rhythm. From that day, the jungle learned, power must never own the market. The animals built a fair council where trade was free and every creature had a voice. The lion still lived among them, humbled but wiser. The leaf tokens were gone, replaced with trust and cooperation. And whenever new leaders rose, the animals remembered the lion's bank, a tale whispered through generations as a warning. When power controls wealth, freedom dies quietly, one trade at a time.